Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's good?
What's up, everybody?
Hey, what's going on? It's Say Like a Champ, another Tuesday, another fine day in the neighborhood. Episode 85. It's your boy
Yes,
A
sir.
Dub.
And your boy Strizzy, what's going on, y'all? What's
You know,
cracking?
another week. Another week, I'm glad to be back, with my boy and stuff. Glad to talk sports. But
Always.
there definitely is something that we did want to address as we were collecting together, as we're bringing our Slack family in there. We did want to address what happened over this weekend. Life connects to sports, and for a lot of us, sports is escapism. Sports is a way to kind of take away the stress of real life and to have something to root for and believe in. But the Minnesota sports teams did not play yesterday, as a result, and kind of in protest of another death at the hands of police enforcement. We did want to acknowledge this, because this is something that goes on, and we are going to bring on our boy, super producer Matt Marcus, as well. What's good? Welcome to the show.
What up, fam? What's going on, man?
Not much, brother.
Yeah, but we did want to address this and just let the slackers know, we are not, blind to these things. And while we have hope that they change, it's just unfortunate that we have to be talking about this again, and acknowledging this again. So, give y'all a chance to kind of weigh in as our slackers come in there. But we do appreciate, got some people jumping in already. Our bro Anthony Wesson, what's good? What's good?
What up, fam?
Stephanie Washington,
What up,
with
Steph?
rocking the Mamba Day.
Yes, sir.
Got moms in the building as well. So sad. So yeah, I mean, it's just another one of those things. I do commend though the Minnesota sports teams for doing what they did, and as far as just making a stand, at least bringing some recognition to it. It's an unfortunate thing, but I was so busy yesterday. Honestly, that's the way I found out. Is because I was like, oh, it's like the Minnesota. I was like, why was the games canceled? And I went and looked up and found out what that was about, and it's just like, it's just kind of ridiculous. But us being of color, I mean, it's something that hits very close to home for us, and it's something that unfortunately we've had to deal with, in our lives. But
Yeah, not saying it could happen to us, just a traffic stop.
Mhm.
How it happened is kind of it's no excuse for him being dead, So just at the end of the day, man, I know people say, oh yeah, you keep saying that, but it's kind of scary out there, man. Getting pulled over. Me say you drive, you see a cop, you kind of get a little nervous, man. Then say you get pulled over, you don't know if you're gonna make it home. It's like that's not fair, man. That's the whole thing. I say it's not fair at all, So
yeah,
we just gotta be safe, man. You try to do the best you can, try to be comply much as you can, but it just that's how the world. And when I heard about it, it's like it's at the point now, I'm like, man, another one. It's another one, And then I always
Mhm.
say it might happen again, So it's just sad, man. I just pray for the family and his friends, man. He had a kid also. It's gonna grow up without a dad, man. That's the worst part about it. I have a son. I don't want it to have to happen to me, So we just
Yeah.
gotta kind of stay safe, pray, man. And just yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else we can do because it happens and it happens and happens. I don't know what to do.
yeah,
Yeah, unfortunately, like you said, man, it is going to keep happening. There's not much that we can do right now. The only thing I can say is, I know we don't have a problem with that on the show and our viewers, but continue to love each other, man. Like loving somebody is entirely too easy. Um, Hate takes effort. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Marcus, you just said it. Like, you don't want to say that. You know, you don't want to think that it couldn't happen to you, but the fact of the matter is, it could. You know what I mean? And knock on wood that nothing like this ever happens to anybody. Period. You know what I mean? Because like I just said a little while ago, taking somebody's life is it's not justifiable in situations like that. You know what I mean? That person doesn't get to go home tonight. That person doesn't get to go home and see his kid. His kid doesn't get to, go home and see his dad at the end of the day. And, stuff like that. It's not okay. You know what I mean? Like at no point in time in the last, but I'm 33 going on 34 this year. I've been driving since I was 16. At no point in time have I ever been comfortable when a police officer pulls up behind me, whether I was doing anything or not. You know what I mean? And that's, again, like they say, like driving while black. And um, it sucks, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not really 100% sure how or what we can do to change these things. We constantly talk about, defunding and and more training and certain situations. And the fact of the matter is, it's just not getting done. These police, like the police officers, really have no, they're just getting slapped in the hand. They're going home with pay, and they're being brought back on as soon as things, tend to die down a little bit. There's no real repercussions, and that's the reason why it continues to happen, because nothing's really happening to these officers. So until things actually start happening to these officers, they start getting actually prosecuted, they start legitimately losing their jobs, it's going to keep happening. So as much as I can say this, I love you guys. You guys know I love you guys. Be safe, and just like Marcus said, comply to the best of your ability. Anger is just not worth your life. You know what I mean? So something like that happens, keep a calm mind, keep a calm voice, keep your hands where they can see them at all times, and get home to your family safely. You know what I'm saying? And fight it the right way. That's all I can say. So
no, that is important. But it is kind of frustrating though, where it's like where, people are expecting like civilians and people that may be in the wrong in the first place, like to do the right thing and to like be calm and to not do the wrong thing, when we have like trained people that are like, supposed to be servants of the people that like can lose their cool and then be like, oh, this is what happened. Sorry, and it's no big deal. Like, so that's really tough. Definitely want to get, we have another, our permanent special guest joining in. Want to bring on Myra real quick and get your take real quick before we get to our thing. What's good, Miss Myra?
I'm sorry. Boys started football practice today, so we got practice done and time for the show.
So it's football now. Moved on from basketball season. That's what's up. Okay.
So we're actually doing both at the same time right now. So it's a little crazy in my house. Single mom strong. Monday, Wednesdays, we do basketball training. Right now we have football practice on Tuesdays and some other time during the week when coach lets us know.
To be determined.
Yeah. So next week we'll have training Monday, Wednesday, and then games somewhere on the other days. So yeah, it'll be interesting. But so I was listening to the question. So I was listening to y'all speak. So what was the question? I kind of got the gist by Strizzy's comment. So
oh no, we were just kind of sharing our thoughts on what happened in Minnesota, and just kind of wanted to say that we did want to touch on and acknowledge that before we got to our regular programming.
Of course, I just tuned in as Strizzy was speaking. So our condolences on behalf of Say Like a Champ to the family. It's really, really another tragic incident that I think could have been avoided. As we've seen in the news over the past week, we've seen two separate instances. We saw the gentleman in full Army fatigues, an Army lieutenant, go through something of similar nature. And we see, exactly what Strizzy said, try to be as compliant as possible. Like he even said, like, I don't even want to touch my seatbelt, because the minute he reaches for his seatbelt, it becomes more of a tussle. I say this all the time, being a mother of boys who, no matter how mixed they are, people will see them as Black, no matter what. I agree with what Strizzy said. It's sad that we have to teach our boys, you shut up, you comply as much as possible, because the goal is to make it home. You have a mom, you have a family. In this instance, you had a child. It's such a tragic situation. And I agree with Strizzy, until there is a huge overhaul with consequences and repercussions for this, nothing is going to change. I think it's absolutely insane that in order to be a teacher, you need 4 years of a college degree, you need hours in the classroom, you need to pass all kinds of certifications, even to be certified to teach. And we do not hold handguns. We do not hold weapons that can take somebody's lives. I think definitely, the whole defund the police, there has to be bigger like background on ensuring that they're certified correctly. If it's longer education, if it's more hours in the force, if it's, you know, it's crazy. It's crazy that a policeman has less hours than a cosmetologist. I mean, I've talked about this before. So I really think, you know, something has to be done entirely to the entire system for us to have some type of reform. I read something earlier which like totally hurt my heart because, you know, this is in Minnesota. You know, did the police force not learn from the previous situation with the George Floyd case? And then I just read that George Floyd's girlfriend was this young man's teacher or babysitter or something of that nature. Please don't quote me because I read it quickly and it just kind of hit me. But that just goes to show how these type of incidents is impacting communities, impacting families, is impacting generations. Like, it's crazy how these people are literally like their lives have been connected and it's the same situation in the same place. So of course, again, I can't stress enough, you know, how much my heart hurts as a mom, because as a mom, you know, you have to coach your kids up on these things. You know, people will always see you as Black, no matter how half you are, no matter how anything you are. And I firmly stand on protecting people of color. Like, we live in a society that systematically has imprisoned Black and brown minorities for a profit. And it's crazy how the system is just so unbalanced right now. So my heart hurts. Another terrible situation. You know, I stand for the cause. It's just, how many more of these do we have to go through? How many more of these do we have to go through for something really to be done, really to make change? And I agree with Strizzy. Until something tragically happens where these people are held accountable, it's going to continue to happen. Like when I saw the video of this woman holding this up and saying taser, I'm sorry, pardon my French, bitch, you know that's not a taser. Like, a gun weighs more, it looks different, the handle is different. Tasers have typically like a neon handle to show the difference.
Yeah.
You're a 25-year vet. You've been there for a while. There was a really good point. Gosh, I totally lost his name. I always do this, y'all. Basketball player, played for the Lakers, Matt Barnes. Matt Barnes, he had a really good discussion about this. You know, she's been trained on how to convince people that she thought it was something else. She has been trained. I mean, there's been instances where she has trained people like, okay, you're going to say this instead of this in order for you to get off.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So her pointing it and saying taser was for us as people to understand or to think that, oh, she really thought it was a taser, when in reality, you're a vet. You don't make those mistakes. You know, I've been looking into the whole logistics of everything. Typically, police officers should carry their gun on their strong side,
Right.
and the taser on the opposite side, cross body.
And the chief did speak about that too. Yeah. And they are, you know, they are ruling it as an accidental discharge. But I mean, you know, I don't want to go too far into, you know, all the
details
logistics that you said. But I mean, I definitely do understand, like, you know, it's just very unfortunate that, you know,
again,
wound up in that situation. So
again, a very unfortunate situation. I don't understand. I don't understand how there's not a physical threat. These people are not armed and dangerous. And I just think to countless situations, you know, 12-year-old Tamar had a toy. He had a toy, a 12-year-old. You know, we have the young boy chased by Zimmerman, you know, had a bag of Skittles and a hoodie. Like, how much profiling is enough that you guys are going to stop? Like, all this is senseless. And when you have a force that's supposed to be there to protect you, that's as dysfunctional as these police forces have been, enough is enough.
Yeah. No, I agree. Very well said. And, you know, we appreciate all of our slackers out there, you know, kind of riding with us, and and we know that we're here to talk sports, but this is very important thing as well. But I think with that, I think we'll go ahead and hit our intro, and we'll get to it. Go ahead and jump into our topics.
Let's get it.
All right, so we usually do our little checking in after the intro, but we're gonna pretty much do back-to-back intros. So we're gonna just slide into our first topic: crazy week in sports for sure, for sure. We're just gonna, keep it pushing real quick because we do have a lot of stuff to talk about. So back to back, here we go.
What's up next?
Oh, let's check it out, man, real quick.
Oh, tune to NFL Talk. Let's get it.
All right, NFL Talk. We're in full swing getting prepared for the NFL draft, full off season, if you will. Couple transactions, still some free agents out there, but the Arizona Cardinals actually signed Connor from the Steelers. I thought that was interesting. I mean, he's pretty much kind of broken down to me, but Marcus right on time with the alert. There you go. Yeah, he's got, so James Conner, we'll see what he can do to contribute to the Cardinals offense, but I mean, it's like that's not too flashy. Another thing we had on the transaction wire, Edelman retired. He went ahead and, said goodbye. Tom Brady had some nice little words for him, but, that was some more breaking news. Salute to him. And then the last kind of thing is Giovanni Bernard joining the Bucs, which is really kind of a non-factor, but y'all's thoughts on any of that? Also, too, Richard Sherman's still available. Anybody want Sherman? What are your guys' thoughts on this? Marcus, you're on mute.
No, I was gonna say Richard Sherman. They was talking to the Cowboys, but I hope he don't come in. We don't need Sherman.
Me too. I don't want him.
No
shirt gang. No shirt gang in the building. Yeah,
but
I hope Sherman doesn't come.
Yeah, but I was gonna say the James Conner thing, I think is a great pickup for him. Like, I think with the Steelers, he was a pretty big part of the offense. So coming to the Cardinals, I think he won't be a big part. So whatever he gives, you know what I'm saying? I think he'll be good for the Cardinals. I think he's a little better than Drake. I think he's a hard runner.
Drake's gone.
Huh?
Drake's gone.
That's what I'm saying. I know. That's what I'm saying.
I thought you meant like it'd be like
he's an upgrade.
No too much type deal. My bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's a little. If he stay healthy, I like his story too. But I think if he gives a little like some effort, I think he'll be okay on the goal line. I think he could do it pretty good for them. So I think it's an okay pickup for the Cardinals, and I don't think Edelman going to retire either. So this is my thought.
You think he's going to come back? He's going to pop back up?
Yeah, I think he'll try to get out. I think he'll try to get out of there, but he'll be back.
Gotcha.
I don't know, man. Like, I feel like when Bell took that year off and Connor came in, I think it was just one of those things where it's like, we have they still have one of the best offensive lines in the game, so that really helped him out. Plus, no one had any real tape on him because he wasn't really playing because, as we know, Bell at that time was a monster. But the thing that kind of sucks for me is, like, every time someone gets hurt on the Cardinals and Chase Edmonds gets his shot, the dude balls out. Like, he kills it. He plays so well in Kingsbury's offense. It's like, yo, just give the man the rock. Let this man be your bell cow because the dude kills it anytime the ball is in his hands. So I was actually really, really hoping that this kid would finally get his shine because he deserves it.
I think he still will, though. I think Connor is going to be secondary, like Marcus is saying. Like,
I think he'll be secondary, but I do still think that he's going to tap into more carries than I think even Chase Edmonds is going to like. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's going to be one of the things where, like, Drake was getting, 15 carries to Edmonds 7, 8. You know what I mean? But It just kind of sucks. I really would have liked Edmonds to like just legit have bell cow roll and then Connor come in to relieve him every once in a while to give him a quick breather. But
Well, we'll see.
we'll see. Yeah, we'll definitely see. But I mean, it's not a bad backup to have either. You know, I mean, if he is used as truly as a backup, so in case Edmonds does get hurt.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Do you guys did y'all think Edelman was gonna retire?
I didn't really think so. I thought it was kind of weird that it was kind of this late, in the off season, if you will.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Maybe he's up to something, like Marcus said.
And the reason why I say I think he's coming back is the way he felt his physical too. So it happened first. That's why they released him, So they released him for that, and then he retired. But the Patriot way, they don't do stuff like that. Like physical, not Element. He's a champion, you know what I'm saying, with the Patriots. So I think he did some stuff to get out of there, you know what I'm saying. He retired. Gronk retired too, and he came back and got a Super Bowl. So why not try to go with Tom? Him and Tom was cool. They still talking. I'm not saying he's gonna come back, but if he came to the Bucks, I wouldn't be surprised. But I don't think he's gonna take a year. I don't think he'll do a year off like Gronk did. I think if he come back, he'll come back this year. If he don't come back this year, maybe he is done. But I got a feeling he's gonna play again. He got enough in the tank to play again.
It really did throw me off. I thought the same thing as you, A-Dub, like, group retiring now? Like, to me, it was just an awkward time. I mean, he's 34. He was still producing. It just threw me off. It just totally threw me off that Edelman came out for retirement. Now, I do agree with you all. He may be up to something because Gronkowski has been very vocal about Edelman's retirement. So to me, I'm already like speculating the same thing that you all would be speculating. Like, man, they're trying to recruit him down to the Bucks. So it just threw me off. It just threw me off on the whole timing of him retiring and just everything that came with that.
For sure.
A lot of people are talking about him being in the Hall of Fame one day. What is you all's thoughts about that?
I don't know.
Stop it. There's nothing to think about. There's nothing to think about. You want Super Bowl. Because Wes Welker, I don't think he's good as him, and he's not going to Hall of Fame. So let me calm that down.
There you go. That's a good part. That's a good point right there.
I thought the same thing. Like, y'all need to stop with the Hall of Famer talk. There's still a bunch of people ahead of Julian Edelman that would be nominated as Hall of Famers before he ever got in. So I was like, that's enough Hall of Fame talk for me.
If Drew Pearson had to wait all this time, then
exactly.
So, but only other thing really going on for NFL talk, the draft is coming up on April 29th. Anthony Weston says Hines Ward isn't in, and he had better numbers than Hines Ward. That's my boy. That's Georgia. So
Hines, baby.
He was dope. I always rooted for him for sure. But we're looking forward to the draft. I think we're going to do a mock draft on our show in 2 weeks on show number 87. And we definitely wanted to mention Marcus. You think he's going to? Okay. Well, yeah, we wanted to talk about Kyle Pitts. He's moving up draft boards like crazy, and I don't really understand totally why. I mean, I don't know if maybe it's just my Florida Gator hater bias, but I wouldn't really want us to take him. I really wouldn't want the Cowboys America's team to take him. I really want us to focus defense. But we'll see. I mean, everybody's talking about him. They're even saying potentially that the 49ers are going to go after him, and the whole thing was like a smokescreen, and they don't really even want a quarterback. So we'll see. What do you guys think, though? Is this guy going to be such a game changer or what?
So
actually,
go ahead, Marcus.
No. You go ahead. You know more about. I was about to say something. So go ahead.
I was going to say I do agree with you, Ada, that I think offensively you got to find. I think defense should be your primary focus. So stay defense, Cowboys. Like, you don't need to trade up to go to grab Kyle Pitts. If you're going to trade up, grab the best defensive player possible. But I do think this dude, if he comes in and plays the way I think he will play, I think he definitely is a game changer. I mean, he's got better hands than probably most of the receivers in the league. He's just as fast. Coming into the league.
Okay.
Just as fast. He's just as athletic as, say, Megatron. And I think matchup-wise, he's going to be a real issue for both safeties and linebackers. So I do think that as far as tight ends go, I think he's the next coming of like Travis Kelce, but more athletic. You know what I'm saying? Like he could be, and most definitely could be that good.
Whoa.
Dude's nice. Like, he's real nice.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he's pretty dope. But it is going to be a transition. I don't know. I mean, that's one of my big things, I guess, with the draft too. Is just like I know we love potential, but every year it's like, oh, this person like is going to be this or that. Every year it's like, oh, this might be the best quarterback class ever. There's 5 Hall of Famers in here. And then it's like history usually proves that that's not how it works. Like there's
and it depends on where he goes too. You know what I mean? In my opinion,
True.
I think it really depends on where he goes and who he's got throwing the ball to him. So.
Agree with that.
I still think if he falls to a better team with a really already productive quarterback, I think it's lights out. I think he could come in there and just easily be the best offensive player on anybody's team. To me, he's that good. The dude's extremely impressive.
Gotcha.
I agree with Strizzy. Offensively, he's a beast, but he's got to be put somewhere where they're going to produce. I kind of feel like he might fall like into Atlanta's hands or something just because of where they stand. But I agree with you. Cowboys need to stick to defense. We need cornerbacks. Ain't no doubt about it. How the hell did we let go or not entertain 2 veteran cornerbacks? But it is what it is. So
too expensive. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, so look forward to that on episode 87. We'll be doing our mock draft, and we'll do like we did last year. Each of us will represent. We'll be like the GM for those teams, and we'll do the first round. And we might even have a celebrity guest picker. Who knows? So, and then happy 85th birthday to John Madden. His birthday was this weekend. John Madden, super dope, legendary guy. I mean, I think he definitely rose up to more even fame, obviously, with having his video game pop off like that. But
the game was never the same. It was never the same when he got off the game. It's still to this day not the same. So if you got big Madden players, we know when he got off that game, it was a different feel. It was just
experience,
different. Hearing him saying boom and all that, and all giving the stories behind the scenes. So I wish he could have did one more for us. But he was great on that game, man.
For sure, definitely. So props to him. And then I think that's it for NFL talk. Any last NFL things? All right, NBA talk. So things are kind of heating up again. We've been continuing to talk about the playoff race, monitoring the situations. But one thing that came up again, lots of injuries, this year. Jamal Murray did have a torn ACL, which that sucks for Denver. He had to go down during last night's game against the Warriors. Also during that game, Curry, he became the Warriors' all-time scoring leader. He had 53. He dropped 53 in the win. So that was a kind of a big game for sure. But yeah. So any thoughts on those two events last night?
Well, the Nuggets done. Their chances they're gonna be in and out. So whoever get them first round gonna be happy they got them. So they'll be out. And then it's a big accomplishment, I think, for Steph Curry. I don't know. I never seen Will Chamberlain as a Warrior, so I didn't know the whole thing with that. I would see him as a Laker. So did he play more years with the Warriors than the Lakers?
I think so.
So he got his 100 points with the Warriors too?
I think so.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
like
I said, that's back in the day. That's back in the day. So I don't know. It just like I said, Steph Curry, it's the greatest shooter ever. So I think it's gonna be more records he's gonna break. He's gonna definitely get the all-time 3-point shooting record easily, I think. So he's a game changer. He changed the game of basketball for the good for these kids that wasn't tall and athletic. So he made it good. So I anything he does, I'm always appreciate him. I'm not a big fan of this team, but I'm a fan of him. Shout out.
Gotcha. So yeah, so that was actually when it was the Philadelphia Warriors, but he was on the Warriors when he got his 100-point game. Same franchise, so then they moved over there. But yeah, I mean, you say though that it's kind of funny, like that he's not like the kids are not as tall as an athletic, but he's pretty tall, like in real life.
Who's that?
Steph Curry.
But I'm saying he's a point guard. You can't be a LeBron James. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Like LeBron, people
still taller
like that.
than most people, though.
Yeah.
Not a small guy. I'm saying it's not like a Muggsy Bogues.
It's funny that you say that. Like, I think people always forget that Stephen Curry is taller than than normal people. Until you see him like on the golf course with other people, like with other celebrities and boxers and stuff, you're like, dang, Steph Curry really is tall.
Yeah, but on the court for sure, yeah.
But you
But
just
at
see
the end
him
of the day,
with all those other big dudes. It's like the same thing as the Steve Nash effect. Steve Nash is like 6'3". You know what I'm saying? But like,
But he looks little, yeah.
yeah, he looks
On the
tiny,
court.
but yeah,
But-
it's good stuff.
He's a point guard, so he's not Magic Anthony Hardaway.
He's not a
size,
big.
6'9",
Yeah.
6'7".
Yeah.
So, like I said,
Okay.
he made it cool for kids. He's not dunking, he's a
Right.
shooter. So it's like
Right.
he made it
I
cool.
I really agree with Marcus. Like he really did. He's a game changer. He has changed the evolution of the game of basketball. I just see like how kids are playing the offensive side now, like a lot more. It's the shooting, So I really think, like Marcus said, he's going to break a lot more records. Kudos to him. He has become the man, the guy, the franchise for Golden State Warriors. So, well deserved, well accomplished, well deserved. And Jamal Murray, man, that was such a tough situation. To see when he went down and then they brought him out the wheelchair and he like, no, like I don't want the wheelchair.
I ain't going out like that.
Yeah, he's like, I ain't going out like that. Had people help him out. Sucks, injuries suck no matter what. But that really puts Denver in a pinch. No matter how successful the Joker was doing right now, I think not having both of them on the floor at the same time definitely reduces his stats and his productivity. And overall, as a team, they're not going to be as successful as they were without him. He's really one of those people that makes an impact on the court with his team. So I think that'll drop them in the runnings in the West, where they're seated at right now. So
Yeah.
tough break for Denver.
But one thing I think is going to happen since he's out, Joker's going to eat. So I think he's for sure going to win MVP this year because he's about to ball out, and he's always, I think, right there because he's the only one that was in the MVP race that hasn't got hurt. Like Embiid, LeBron, those guys got kind of hurt. So I think he's been playing the whole time, and I think his numbers about to go up. So I think they're going to give it to him this year.
Yeah, and that'll be a great consolation prize for him because first round exit.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it might depending on who they play, it might get swept.
Right. So we'll see. But then the other thing too, got a shout out to Stephanie Washington with the Happy Mamba Day. It is the 5-year anniversary of Kobe's last game where he dropped 60. So definitely got a shout out to Kobe. I had to bring out some Kobe's, for the occasion, some special Kobe's. But yeah, I think that's crazy though. That's already been 5 years from now. It's I remember that, like it was just yesterday. But time does fly. Marcus brought some Kobe's. Where'd you get those?
I got it from my brother named A-Dub. Birthday gift. You know what I'm saying? I ain't have no Kobe.
Sounds like a great guy.
Yeah, he's a great dude. Great dude, man. Trust me, you'll meet him one day. He's real dope, man.
This is like narcissism at its finest when people speak in third person.
I'm not even like that either. I'm just
Can we talk about one more thing before we get done with NBA talk?
Sure.
I want to get you guys rating on this situation right here. I put it at top 3 of all time right now, but you let me know.
Oh yeah. It was pretty nasty. That dunk.
Yeah. On the 7-footer too. It's like, ugh.
And it was like body to body. But you're saying top 3 like all time?
Dunk on? Oh, yes, because he didn't really like throw it in. Like I think he got more. Let's see. I think he got some of the rim too. So yeah, that's a dunk.
But still, I mean, I agree. Anthony Westbrook came and said the dunk was disrespectful. But still, there was more. Like when Shaq dunked on dude and he pushed him and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
like,
I don't expect that.
But
Shaq didn't come like he didn't dribble from the free throw line to get that. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to do that. Because he's gonna say top 3 because LeBron, Jason Terry, that's the best thing of all time to me. Dunk on somebody. He put it in the grave. That was really nice. And then you got Blake. Then you got DeAndre Jordan when he dunked on Brendan Knight. Remember that?
Oh yeah. with
that
the
was
Clippers
to
back
me. That's
then.
number.
That was
That's
nasty.
you could put that number 2, and this one here, it just to me, it's a 7-footer, like body to body, and you really dunked on him. So that's just my opinion. Top 3 of all time.
We should do this though. We should have a battle. Okay, we'll do a separate like video for our YouTube channel, and we'll each come with like our top 5 like nastiest dunks.
Okay.
How about that?
Oh. So I'm gonna put him at 4 because you gotta get the Sky Pippen on packaging on. That's top 3. I forgot about that.
All right, so you slipping down already. See, that's what I'm saying. We'll have to do our research on that one because I got some other dunks that you haven't mentioned. I'm gonna have to try to bring those out. Some nasty ones.
I'm like, shoot, I still like the Anthony Edwards one from earlier this year. That shit was nasty too.
Yeah,
it wasn't really body though.
But he rode him down, like he rode him to the ground.
But he kind of got some. He kind of like used him to go up too. So I don't count that.
I got you. Sean Kemp definitely had some nasty dunks in his day too, Unc.
Yeah.
And Trevor, shout out Trevor. He said Shaq disrespectful. See, that's what I'm saying. When he pushed him off him too. That was pretty
I don't count that. It's like a vertical dunk. I don't count that. That don't mean anything.
Got you.
He's supposed to do that. He's
A dunk,
300 pounds. You supposed to anyway you push, you're gonna push out the way.
Got you. Anthony Weston, one last thing for NBA talk. He said, "How about the Lakers blowing out the Nets?" That was dope. That was a good game, and I think this is let me and Anthony let us Lakers fans have our moment, okay? For a second, I think that meant a lot, Anthony. That shows we're not afraid of the Nets. We got them. Lakers in 5.
Nothing.
Lakers in 5.
And the reason why I say it didn't mean anything because I want you guys to talk because LeBron AD didn't play the game, so it meant nothing to me. Like even though that didn't mean nothing. Because if Kyrie also would have got kicked out of the game, he was starting to cook a little bit too. So
I know that was a weird situation.
I watched it, but it just I hate seeing LeBron them on the bench just sitting there. I'm like,
dude, they love. That's one thing I have to say. Anthony Davis and LeBron love being on the bench, and they just try to have their little outfits and their little handshakes.
Yeah, it's like what we wearing today.
Get back in the game. I don't want to see you wearing that crap. I want to see you wearing the Lakers uniform.
So they did say AD got like what 8 more days he probably be playing. So that's a good sign.
And then LeBron's got like he's gonna come back with like 1 week left in the season. So we'll see.
Really? So it's only like it's almost like a month left.
Yeah, there's like less than 20 games left.
I forgot he's going to again this year too. Okay.
Yeah. So it's like playing starts like the first week of May, I think, or the second. So it's coming up soon. But the Lakers did lose to the Heat though too. That was a kind of a good game until the fourth quarter. Get a shout out to the Heat, Strizzy's team.
Oh my God. Okay, so like the turnovers on both sides from Lakers and Miami was almost like I was like, I don't know if I can watch this game any longer.
It was a scrappy game.
Bro. Like, yeah, man. Like I mean, obviously I think we should have won that game. Obviously, like you guys are missing pretty much all your big names or whatever, but I just felt like we could have won the game so much easier that we just stopped turning the ball over. Like I was really frustrated watching that game, but yeah, we got the Suns tonight. Last time they got us, so hopefully we can get some redemption or whatever from that. But yeah, I don't know. I love watching the Lakers beat the Nets, pretty much depleted, and I love to see it. Like I said though, man, like I think that goes to show how important the Nets' big three are because if they're not all healthy playing, I don't see them getting very far because defensively they just don't have it. So we'll see.
We'll see. And I know Marcus is on the Nets train.
I know Marcus don't like hearing it, man, but health is going to.
Marcus is on the Nets train, and that's fine. I just think it's going to be exciting regardless.
But no, the Lakers got more health problems than they do. Like they only have James Harden. He's got a little hamstring. He's fine. And then Kyrie got kicked out of the game. KD played the game.
Right.
I get it.
We'll see. Stephanie Washington witnessed DeAndre Jordan's dunk in person. That's what's up.
Wow, that's great.
That's tight. I bet the roof came off.
Oh yeah.
But that's what's up. All right, that's some good stuff for NBA talk. But things will continue to heat up. We'll be talking about the play-in more, and all that. But let's go ahead and keep it moving on this.
Yeah.
So what's next again?
Other sports?
Oh yeah, other sports. Okay, so not football.
Yeah, not basketball. We did that already.
Oh, okay, like hockey.
Yeah, like hockey. Feel me?
Okay, like baseball. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Like soccer, right?
There we go.
Like soccer.
Like other sports.
All right, so other sports. MLB is underway. It's still very early. a lot of teams in the Southwest are looking good. The Dodgers, the Padres, and the Angels all out front so far. But again, 162 games, like it's really super early. The biggest news, though, I wanted to talk about, not really biggest, but the one thing I did want to mention, I forgot to mention this last week. Topps, the trading cards that makes the dope trading cards, the baseball cards, they're going to be publicly traded. Like later this year, they're going public, and I might try to buy some stock. I'm interested to see if their stock's going to come in kind of low, and I might try to grab some. I don't know, because people still love baseball cards, and actually, I know Trevor's on here. The 2021 packs are sold out at most places, all Targets, Walmarts. I've been looking because I was trying to grab some baseball cards. They're already sold out. So baseball cards seem to be back. So we'll see. We'll see what's up with that.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing that was kind of interesting, which was really dope, actually, we definitely got to give a shout out to North Texas softball pitcher. Her name is Hope, and I don't know how to say her last name, but Trotwin. She threw a perfect game. And it was a seven inning perfect game, but it was all strikeouts. So she struck out all 21 batters she faced. I think that's pretty dope. So definitely shout out to her. I don't know what you would call that, because that's never been done before as far as a perfect game with all strikeouts. So got to come up with a name for that. But shout out to her, something kind of unique since we didn't have too much for other sports.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to talk about the Masters? You want to talk about Matsuyama? Marcus?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Mhm.
It was dope, man. I was happy he won. It was crazy because I was watching it. It had a rain delay, and he was down. I think he was like in like 5th, 6th place, tied with somebody else. They had a 3-hour rain delay, and then he came out. Their leader was Justin Rose, I think his name is.
Justin Rose.
He was leading. So they came out.
Trevor's waiting for you.
And we should have Trevor doing more. I'm not even an expert on golf. I'm just kind of getting more into it. But the greens that got real soft, so I think it changed the game for a lot of golfers. I know Dustin Thomas, he kind of lost on one hole. He went all the way down, but I don't know. I still know how to say his name, but he was balling, man. Like I think that the key thing that happened with him when he was leading the day of is he don't speak English, so people can't distract him. I think he was in the zone. He was just because he's in America right now. He's from Japan, so I think he could focus more than anybody else. So he came out there just like normal. He can't hear the distractions. He could probably hear people, but he was just more focused and he did his thing. Towards the end, got kind of scared. I'm like, oh, he went in the water. I said, I don't know what's going to happen, but he kind of stayed his course and he won. And I think it's good for Japan. He's the first ever, so I like to see stuff like that happen. Mm-hmm. I think things are going on with some of the Asians in America right now. It's kind of cool for them too to get something like that. And also, it was the female. She had won too. She Asian lady had won in the female Masters too. So it was pretty dope for them to do it back to back like that. But yeah, he's coming, man. Endorsements coming for him. It's gonna be some big things opening for him. So
legendary status.
You need to go ahead and start getting that English really like Yao Ming did. Start speaking some English. Yeah.
I feel you, but no, that was a great insight too. The green started getting soft, everything like that. Trevor's right there with you. He said it started receiving approach shots better. You can play tighter to the pin, making for better score opportunities when the ball holds the green, and just have a high bounce and run all over the place. Wow. See, between both y'all, we got a full-blown golf segment going.
We need a new video. Damn. We need a new video.
But that's what's up. And I do think, it's not the same without Tiger. I'm glad that they saved him a seat, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully he'll get back out there, but still thoughts out with Tiger too as well,
Yeah, and it's crazy. I was talking to some golfers and they were saying, like, I asking their opinion because when the announcer said, yeah, Tiger will he'll be back next year on the course, I'm like, wait, did he forget he just broke his leg? He had a compound fracture, shattered his ankle. They were like, well, Marcus, the medicine nowadays is different from when back in the day. He said things could get done faster. He said, look at Adrian Peterson on how he came back faster than he supposed to. And he said it's Tiger that. So if he put the work in, you know what I'm saying, and then by next year on this time, they really truly believe he'll be back out there. I was like, wow. I thought he's pretty much maybe done, but hearing from them, if they saying that they just amateur golfers, it's kind of cool. I hope he do come back too. So, but I wasn't looking for him next year, but hey, man, you never know though. So
hey, I'm willing to be patient, and he has been through a lot. But if that's the case, that would be dope for sure.
And a little plug too. I started watching his documentary on HBO today. It's phenomenal. It's like
It is good.
wow. Yeah. So it's if you into like you like Tiger or like golf, I think it's not really about the golf. It's about his life. You know, he had some hiccups, so it's in there too. But it just how they put it together from how he started. I didn't realize he started from like he was 10 months. And like he had no life, like also he could do and all that, and all. It's a lot. I don't want to mess it up, but the way they did this documentary, man, it's incredible. Yeah, so check it out.
Okay. All right, we'll see. We'll see. You know, I don't like stuff that doesn't have it like the endorsement stamp, you know, but we'll see. I'll watch it on your recommendation.
Got it.
Let's see what else. Oh, soccer. I mean, my Arsenal, they won 3-0 this weekend, which was dope. Hopefully they got some confidence, but they have to win on Thursday to move forward in the Europa tournament. So little soccer there. Definitely rooting for the Arsenal. We'll see.
Hey, is the World Cup every year? Or is that like every 4 years? Like
it's every 4 years.
Every 4 years.
Oh, okay. So is it almost coming up?
It should be like, well, it should be 2022, I think.
2022.
Oh, okay.
I think that sounds right. Yeah. And it's usually every other year with the Olympics, but the Olympics was supposed to be last year. So
yeah.
But yeah. So we'll see about the World Cup. I guess I root for Team USA, but the men's terrible. Women are pretty good, but I don't know. Well, do they have fans in soccer yet in Europe? They do not have fans in most of the places. They still have tarps over the whole thing, and then they have the audio basically just being mixed in to try to root the team on. You know, with soccer, some of the soccer, especially the home court advantage or the home field advantage, is like that's very important, you know, having your fans there. So hopefully they'll be able to get back in there. We'll see what's up.
I had one question too I wanted to ask you, because I know you might know. So I had to do a photo shoot last weekend, and I had to go by I would say it's the raceway over here. Is it like Goodyear? It's a racing complex over here. It's like humongous. Is that I seen a whole bunch of, is that seats?
Yeah. You're talking about the International Raceway? That's where I went to go to see NASCAR.
In Goodyear, right?
Yeah.
I just couldn't believe how big it was. I don't know. I guess I never been to. I went to the one I think is Wild Horse. It's one over there. But is that like a small one or something?
Yeah, that's like more of the drag strip.
Okay. I went by that one. I just couldn't believe how big that place was. So that's all. So people normally fill all those seats up like that.
Yeah, like when it's really popping. Yeah.
That's crazy. It just blew my mind. I had to pull over, dude. I'm looking like this cannot.
Well, the funny thing is, it's right at the base of the mountain. It's really pretty out there. Like, and it's just like you go there, and it's just like, whoa. As you get closer, you're like, dang, this is a big old structure.
Yeah. So my shoe was like maybe a few, maybe like a mile away from that, but you could still see it from like where I was at. Like it was like right there. It was like I just never been to one like that, so I didn't know they was made that big. It's like a big football thing to me, like a stadium.
Well,
like,
the track is like a mile and a half long, so
yeah. I just couldn't believe that many people goes there. Cause you see it on TV, but it don't look that big though. I'm sorry. I meant to ask you about that. I was just like,
yeah,
unbelievable. So yeah,
it's tight. Most people never see it though because they just don't go out there.
Yeah, because my first, I seen on accident, so I was just like, what the heck, man? So.
Yeah, seen it on accident. See, yeah, Anthony's never seen it, but it's like, I mean, it's not as big as the Cardinal Stadium, but it's almost as big. Like,
but I know it's a pro. It has to be like a pro. Is that the normal size for those, or is that a small one? I don't know.
No, it's like they're big. Like some of them even bigger.
I know you look like Marcus. What? Like it just
no. I agree with because it's most people. It would surprise people, but especially because like it's on TV, doesn't look like they're going that fast. You know, they get around the track in like 28 seconds or whatever, but like it's big, like it's a long distance.
So I know I'm gonna do. I'm probably this weekend. I'm gonna go over there and fly my drone inside there. I'm just gonna do it. So
it might be.
I probably shouldn't say it on here, but it's gonna get done.
Hopefully, it's not a no-fly zone.
Huh?
Hopefully, it's not a no-fly zone or nothing's going on.
It don't matter. we gonna get it done.
Well, you got the license, so we'll see. We'll look forward to that footage. That'd be dope.
Yeah.
Marcus is like, we can't be putting that out.
Yeah. Because it's pretty much open though. That's what I'm saying. It's not like a closed in. It's like it's an open thing. So it's. I just want to see
you
it
can fly around.
Really dope.
That's what's up. But yeah, anything else for other sports?
I think you had put it. You put this in there. You were talking about the.
Oh yeah, that's right. So I know we had talked about this. We mentioned this before. It's still crazy to me though that Pacquiao is going to fight Crawford, because I just feel like, you know, even if he loses, if he just competes, he's competitive, like he's still going to be mad respect. And there's so many people that are like fully in their prime that are scared to fight Crawford. Yeah. And then this dude is like washed out, and he's like, I'll get in there, like I'm ready. So
I talked about a couple weeks ago, like, man, he'll fight anybody. Like,
right. But what if he wins? Like, I know that's not.
I was just thinking that. Like, what if he wins?
Exactly.
It's crazy. So I think he's smart for that, though. He gets the attention, he gets the money, and he's like, he can't really lose, even if he loses.
Sure. If he wins that fight, where is he at now in all time though? Like, that's gonna move him up a little bit, right?
I guess, but I don't know. I don't know.
Y'all know my position. I'm like, you ain't gotta do this, bro. You just.
I mean, it's. I hate to say it like this, but it'll still remind me. Like, I'll still see him like laying on the floor like that from the Juan Manuel Marquez part, and it's like
sleep.
Yeah,
like they had to wake him up. Like, Pac.
Yeah.
Hey, Pac.
Like, hey, he was like,
good morning. Where's the coffee at? Like, he was out of there.
Yeah. So I mean, I think even if he wins it, I still think, I guess it gives him mad respect. You know what I'm saying? But I'll still always remember that.
That was on the first time memes was out. They killed him. Memes. They murdered him.
They had him sleeping everywhere.
Like a Nate Robinson. He was out of here. So.
That is the one problem with the fact that he does take literally every fight, is that now you just start losing a bunch of them too towards the end of your career, and that actually hurts your legacy. So it's like, but I do agree with him though. Like, this is kind of win-win for him in a sense, especially if he can keep up and even potentially win the fight. I think it does a lot for him. So, but we'll see.
Too funny. Well, all right, Myra, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
I got two hypothetical ones for you all today.
You got two back to back.
Well, two hypothetical. So, if you're walking in a dark alley and you got somebody beside you and you're walking towards a group of people and it's about to go down, who would you want next to you? Would you want John Jones or Khabib?
John Jones, easy.
I don't know. I might want Khabib.
I know. If y'all see Khabib fight, the dude is a bee. He's an animal.
But the thing is, too, I mean, it depends on where we're coming from. Because, like, is John Jones sober? I know I always try to get technical, but I mean, is he? You know what I'm saying? Like, is he fully ready?
Listen, it doesn't even matter if it's sober or not. Because in that one fight where they found he had like coke in his body, he beat the dude's ass.
Somebody watches that John Jones for sure.
So Khabib could definitely beat John Jones?
No, it's not like that. They would never fight each other. It's just that, honestly, like, some of John Jones's fights, if he wasn't the champion, you could arguably say he lost. But when a challenger is fighting the champion, they have to definitively like beat him in order to win if it goes all five. Khabib's never even been close. He has demolished everybody who's gotten in his way. Like, he
just looks like he'd be like a fighter like that. Yeah.
Right. Like, even when he fought
Gaethje,
recently, like, he was like letting him hit him, and he was like, you can't beat me, and then just demolished him like that right after. So
and when he was like, well, also I think it influences for me like the videos of him like swimming in the ice cold water, like he's like wrestling with bears when he's little. They showed videos of him and stuff. I'm like, this dude's just different. Like,
So let me get this right. So Khabib's the one he retired, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was wrestling a little high school kid and like defeated him like just easily.
Oh, he was playing
the same guy. I was saying, but he didn't let him win. Like, he just.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because his dad just passed away and all that.
Yeah.
Right. And that was why he retired. Like, he said he wasn't going to fight without his dad, basically.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. You can't go wrong with either or. Like, I'm cool with I'm cool with John Jones too. You know what I'm saying? But it's one of those things where, like, I think name wise too, like people are like, oh, John Jones easy because he does have the height and the build. So you know what I mean? Depending on how big those other dudes are, you're pretty clean. And then Khabib's also a really good wrestler. So like, he's wrestling one dude. I'm like, I need some help.
We ain't wrestling no alley. We need one hit. We need knockouts.
Right? Yeah.
That's one.
Right.
Myra, who do you say? The chat's going John Jones.
Yeah.
Myra, who do you say?
I'm at a toss up too, just like you all are. But I think I would go with John Jones. Like, if he's my best friend, like, yo, bro, you got me. Like, haymakers are flying. We good.
Yeah.
And even with what you said on the technicality, like, is he sober or not? Like, it don't matter. Like, we still.
I don't want him sober. I want him
wired up.
I want a little bit of that. Come on, because he gonna feel his. Let's go.
Agree with you guys though. I think I take John Jones too. Take the guy.
Oh my gosh.
I take John
what
Jones.
was the second one?
I just love giving Khabib his due. This dude's a monster.
The second one is: would you rather be a sports GM or have a stadium named after you?
Ooh, stadium. That's forever.
I mean,
and can I be alive when they do that too? I want to be dead.
Can I be alive when it's named after me?
Is that in there? Can we put that in there? Because normally you get that you dead.
That's facts.
If I gotta be dead, then I'll take a GM. I want to stay alive.
Right, and also if it was my stadium name, like, and then I ended up being like, you know, it was like sponsored too, so it's like the Walmart A-Dub Stadium or something. Like, I wouldn't like that as much. So I'm going GM though, because I would want to try to put some guys in position. You know what I'm saying? Like, and try to make some moves and stuff, see what happens. Build a team. I think that'd be dope.
But you could be fired from GM. I ain't trying to get fired, so I'm gonna go with the stadium.
You can get fired just like that, yeah. GM would be temporary, but Trevor says GM. Anthony Weston says GM. Build more time on a mat and building a team than playing.
Because the
it's
thing
always
is,
fun to do that.
It's not too many good GMs out there, so you could be a GM you want to. You could be a crappy one too.
I'm gonna get paid for that.
Stadium me, I was dope, and whatever I did, I was
true.
dope.
But Marcus, you remember that they imploded the Texas Stadium, right? Like, even Texas Stadium, like, blew that up. Like, so eventually your thing might get blown up.
No, but that wasn't nobody's name on it. I just feel when your name is on something, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be.
I'm saying the building might not last forever.
I know, but I just, yeah. But how many stadiums is there with somebody's name on? You know,
not that many.
Yeah,
like Raymond James Stadium. I was just trying to think of that.
But still, I'm gonna still have at least a good 30-year run. You could be fired by next year. So I'm just saying.
And Raymond James is like a company, anyways, even though it sounds like a name. So I don't even know how many are named. Like Arthur Ashe Stadium, like, you know what I'm saying, where they play tennis at the U.S. Open. That's named after Arthur Ashe. That's true. That he's always gonna have his, you know, Rod Laver Arena. So more like, I guess it's more with tennis. I don't know.
Yeah, but like I said, your GM, you had one bad year. You do this.
Anthony Weston's already got the backup plan. He's like, when I get fired as a GM, I'm gonna go to work for ESPN. Oh, see, he's already on the next level too. See,
as long as you ain't got no strippers on your IG, Anthony, you be straight.
Just don't tell on yourself.
And delete them tweets.
Skrizzy, what did you say?
I'm going GM. Me and Dave were just talking about this. Like, GM's have one of the toughest jobs. So you're right. You got one bad year, you get fired. But I think I'm with Anthony. Like, I would definitely want to give that a shot, though. Like, doing my absolute best to scout talent and put a team together. Like, they have one of the toughest jobs, I think. So I don't know, but I think it'd be fun to do.
And I'm wondering if you guys can be GM. It depends with what sport too, because I don't know about A-Dub and Strizzy. If I go to another team, you're not gonna be like that dedicated. You're gonna still be trying to help your other team out too.
I got you.
Like a call, but hey, man, you try to get it. Okay, you're gonna try to help them out a little bit
for the low. I got you for the low.
Over to LA for like nothing.
I would have conflicts with a lot of that. Like, I'd have to do something with like MLS where I don't have no team. Like, that's the only thing. That's the only league I don't have a team or something. I don't know. So, or I would always want to work for my own teams. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. That's funny though. Myra, what about you? You want to be a GM
I was
or?
talking about they sending over Russell to the Panthers for a 6th round pick. What's going
What
on?
you doing? What kind of who's the GM over there?
For real.
And the Panthers like this guy just keeps calling me. Like
I know.
never even reached out.
Throwing you under the bus.
What did you say though, Myra? What do you think?
I would definitely want a stadium named after me. And the reason I say that is because in order for you to have a stadium named after you, you left your mark and you have a legacy. So it doesn't matter what I did. Obviously, I made a mark big enough to have a stadium named after me. And definitely, if it's in the sports world, it's definitely in the sports realm of some sort. So I would say have a stadium named after me.
Gotcha.
Trevor is crazy in the mug, man.
Trevor said he could be a hockey GM, no allegiance. My Charles are gonna be group fights.
That's why he gonna get fired next year. That's exactly why he will be fired the following year.
Hey, his team might not score a lot of goals, but they'll handle their business. They'll
That's
be physical.
exactly why he's gonna be out doing that kind of stuff.
Skating,
But like I
no
said-
gloves and no stick.
But like I said, if stadium out to me, I want to be 85, 86. Badly
Where
getting
you
up there
supposed to
and getting the ribbon. I'm cutting that ribbon. I ain't trying to be dead. I want to be alive.
Got you. I got you. But let's say real quick though. Okay, real quick. What sport would you be a GM in? If it didn't matter, like any sport, what would you prefer?
I would say basketball because it's less people, you know what I'm saying? And it's like I think it'd be cool because it's the guy from the Suns, what's his name? They play with LeBron, James Jones. Is he a GM or a president?
I think he's the GM.
Yeah,
Let me double check.
The reason why, because I sat right behind him in one game. Me and my boy, Anthony, we sit behind him. So it's like cool. You can sit in the stadium, you know what I'm saying, do your thing. You cool with the players, you know what I'm saying. I'll be real. The player will love me. I'll be real like personal with the guys, you know what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
I think it's cooler. You know what I'm saying. You could be inside, but football you're gonna be outside. I don't want to do football. It's too much going on. Too many players. Too many personalities. But yeah, definitely basketball.
Mara, you said basketball too.
Basketball.
Strizzy?
Football.
Yeah, see, I think I'd be football too. I don't know. I wouldn't even want to go that crazy though. I'd rather be like the director of scouting or something and be going out or doing something like that. I don't know.
I think I'd really like to be like scouting or at least have a hand and be able to do both. You know what I mean? But I feel like the only reason why I wouldn't want to do basketball is because like realistically, there's really only like 3 or 4 like big organizations, you know what I mean, in basketball. So it's really, really difficult to
well, and I know that you don't like the way the players like choose their own destiny and stuff like that, right?
Well, it's not even necessarily that. It literally to me is just the fact that like the organizations in basketball, like the smaller teams, just make it almost impossible sometimes some years for them to really kind of like compete with the bigger teams. You know what I mean? It's
Like
not
if you're
just
going to be the Timberwolves GM.
right, yeah, right, or so many others. You know what I mean? Like some of these teams have had great players and have had good runs, but they're still considered small markets. You know what I mean? Miami's still considered a small market. They have championships. San Antonio is still considered a small market. They've got championships. You know what I mean? Like it's not the Lakers. The Celtics haven't won since the last year, but they're still considered a big market. The Knicks are still considered a big market. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like it would be a little more difficult. So I think I'd take my chances with football.
Gotcha.
And I'll be a GM. Yeah, I'll be a GM too. I'll be like a Mark Cuban type guy. I'll be talking noise. I'll be on the court, like, hey,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
A fun market though, because that does make a difference. Like, don't put me in Milwaukee. Like, I don't want to be a GM. Yeah.
I gotta be in a fun market.
Put me in Sacramento Kings. They gonna know who I am. They're like, hey, that dude crazy, dog. You know how he be talking to people? Yeah, that'd be me.
Do not
I'll be known.
Utah. Do not put me in Utah. I'm not trying to
Put me in Utah. I have them folks. I don't care.
I'm alive.
I'm good with it. I'm gonna turn it around.
I'm with Marcus though. I feel like Marcus is absolutely right though. Like if you make that relationship with like the players and just be known as like just that dude's crazy, that dude's wild, like
the NBA gonna know who you are.
Like that's why everybody likes Mark Cuban. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody loves Mark Cuban. Like and they've never played for the Mavericks ever, but still, love Mark Cuban. So I agree with Marcus all the way. Like I'm down there, I'm chilling, I'm hanging out, I'm talking trash.
I'll be in the media talking about, yeah, man, Steph Curry, he all right. He ain't I'll be like, they say he's the best shooter. What is he? Just to make, even though I know he is, just to make stuff. You know what I'm saying? So just put me in the media. I'll be like, LeBron James. Take the height away from LeBron James. Then what you have? Stuff like that, just to make people, make them think, man.
Absolutely.
We'll see. Anthony has a good point, though. He says NFL has more leverage with players. All NFL teams have a chance at the Super Bowl the way the league is. And I agree with that.
Yep.
I guess so.
That hard cap, man. That hard cap.
And the way the schedule is built off of, the best teams play, the best teams, all that stuff is really cool. But the other thing I almost forgot to talk about, we'll do kind of a final say with this. It'll be like an inspirational type of final say, or if you find it inspirational, I don't know. But Alex Rodriguez, I don't know if you guys heard about this, that he's, he's with his boy. They're going to purchase the Timberwolves for $1.5 billion, and then also get the Lynx, I think, too. So
really.
I think they're gonna have the WNBA team too. I think it's
they pay what, $1.5 billion. Was that the price?
Yeah.
Dang.
But sports teams are worth a lot. But no, I think other dudes got the deeper pockets actually.
Really?
Yeah,
oh, okay.
I think so. But I don't, but we'll see. We'll never know all the way like that. But that's cool though. Coming from where he came from, he's been trying to get into baseball. He wasn't able to make it work with that, but this is a first step for him. So that's cool, But one other funny thing about this that's even funnier to me is that Anthony Edwards, the rookie from Georgia, they asked him about it, and he said he didn't know who Alex Rodriguez was.
Oh.
And I'm like, this dude, I don't know. Like, he's funny always, so I'm like, I don't know if he's trying to be funny or if he really doesn't know, but he is pretty young.
You would think.
Yeah, because A-Rod was retired by the time he was even probably knowing what's going on.
Yeah, so I don't know, but I think that's pretty funny to me. So we'll see how that works out. But props to A-Rod and stuff like that.
Is A-Rod in the Hall of Fame already? Not yet?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I should know that, but I don't think so.
Is it gonna be delayed because of the stuff he did?
Yeah.
But he's on.
Okay. Here we go. He's gonna make his first appearance on the 2022 ballot.
Oh,
so we'll start talking about it right then. It'll be delayed. Yeah, it'll be delayed though.
Got you.
Yeah, Trevor's on it. Not eligible yet, but coming soon. So we'll see. Anything else for final say? Strizzy, you streaming tonight? You're getting in the hot tub tonight? What's going on?
Yeah, I am streaming tonight. I actually just made 50, so I can apply for affiliate once all the statistical stuff pops up. So thank y'all for coming through, following your boy, get to the affiliate. One more thing, monetize down. One more to go.
Hey man, I'm be doing something interfering with the TikTok stuff now.
What happened?
Don't take away from the TikTok now.
Bro, I still posting good 4 or 5 times TikToks a day. I'm still on TikTok grind. Like, it's just I'm trying to get like you, Marcus. I'm trying to be busy all the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get out of this regular 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? Do the stuff I love to do. So, but yeah, man, it's going cool, man. I love it. I just love staying busy. Streams are going well, successful. So
that's what's up.
Keep grinding, man. Grind season.
Yeah, I had one thing we didn't talk about yet, but you want to talk about my guy. Rest in peace. DMX.
Oh yeah.
So I didn't realize how much I like DMX because some of his songs I forgot he did when I was like, I remember when we was in 8th grade. I don't know what year that was, but that album that came out. Like all of those songs, I was like, oh, I forgot about that. Oh, I forgot about it.
Yeah.
So we in the locker room listening to him, getting, you know what I'm saying, getting pumped up like that because he gets you like, let's go. I'm like I said, we in junior high, so I just kind of forgot some of the songs he did. I'm like, damn, DMX. And then I remember, and we shouldn't have, my mom, if she ever noticed, she'd probably be mad. But I remember every time we went on a charter bus for a basketball game, we watched Billy. I'm like,
oh yeah.
I think, but I'm like, we were in like 9th and 10th grade. We should not have been watching that on a like. What is that doing for you? Like watching that, you know what I'm saying? But that's just how it was back then. You know? So I remember that was a great movie. And then I also one of the dopest verses of all time to me is when he named all ladies' names. I think to this day that's just one of the dopest verses how he did that. Like he just knew them. And I don't know how true if that's really true, but if it wasn't, just knowing how he named all like that, it was kind of cool. So just rest in peace to him, to his family, man. I know things happen, but I'm like, man, I think he's gonna be one of the greatest, man, of all time. But just it's sad he's gone so soon. But he was a dope dude, man. I just think he was real dope.
Yeah, I definitely think. Yeah, no, I agree. Rest in peace to DMX. He definitely had a place and a point of where it was an influential time for me, for sure. Like after Biggie and Pac were gone, like at one point he kind of rose to a high height, and he was doing a lot of things. So, and that, like you were saying, like certain times thinking back to that album, that was made an impact. But yeah. He had definitely had a tough life and stuff, and I think everybody he could kind of identify with him because everybody has had struggles and known people that have gone through things. So I think that's another reason why he's more endearing too. So definitely sad. Definitely rest in peace, DMX. That's a great point.
Absolutely.
And couch friend this week is Dory, because sometimes you got to just keep swimming. You know what I'm saying? You just got to try to keep it moving. So she came out today. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, with that, I think that's it, man. I think we
got one more thing. So you said 2 weeks we gonna have Pop. So next week, are we ready?
No. Okay, so Pop said 90 and 100 is what he had said.
I thought he was gonna say 2 weeks, then he's gonna do 90. It was just 90. Okay. Wait for that.
So shout out to Pops. For sure, he'll be coming through and stuff, and he's been checking us out. You know what I'm saying? He's been taking his peeks and preparing his arguments. He's ready to go. He always is. But episode 90 and episode 100, for sure. We're going to try to still figure out what we're going to do for episode 100. Probably be on location somewhere. So
yeah, Mom's think about it. We got to do that.
Yeah, Mom's asked, when's the announcement of the influencer? That is, when is that coming up? They're still counting or what?
No, that's this Friday. So the counting stopped like 2 weeks ago, and they've just been like keeping us. I still don't know who won, honestly. So they're keeping us in expense.
All right, Friday, everybody.
Yeah,
no news is good news.
We know this Friday. I'm pretty excited, man. Like when I first started this, I was like, all right, it's cool, a little bit of exposure, you know what I'm saying? But like low key, now I want to win. You know what I'm saying? Like now it's like, all right, I want to win. So
we don't do anything unless we're gonna win at it, right? So might as well.
Right. So like I'm pretty excited for it. We'll see. Cool. Do a little online thing or something like that.
That's what's up. All right. So we'll be ready for that. And otherwise, that was Say Like a Champ episode 85. We'll see y'all next Tuesday. I'm A-Dub.
It's your boy Strizzy.
It's your girl, Myra May.
Rest in peace, X. Peace.